The Hustler's Corner.
Brothers and sisters from all over the world, hustlers and squatters, welcome once again to the Hustler's Corner. This is the comedy episode. We're talking to an amazing comedian. I've had a chance to work with her on Massive Metro. I've had a chance to know her as a sister. I haven't seen her in a couple of years, and I thought, let's catch up. It's been quite some time since we last sat down and chopped it up, you know? Let's go straight to that shop sign, guys. Click that like button. Click. Thank you. Don't forget to switch on that notification bell. Click the subscription button so the community grows. And I would like to thank over 100 of our current monthly paying members. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much, guys. You're going to see your money is going to go to good use, because in a couple of months' time, you're going to see a lot of improvements on our Hustlers Corner, our podcast platform. Guys, there's links there in the description. The first link, for those who are interested in learning crypto, it takes you to cryptouniversity.co.za, courtesy of Gray Jabesi. We've collaborated with him. For those that are interested in property and real estate investment, there's a click there that takes you to Ekasi Noble Property Development, some property investment opportunities in Randfontein and Bearsnodie, just behind Reimsig. There's another another link there that takes you to my personal YouTube, that takes you to our other podcast platform, which is called Virtual Mkuku. And I'm with my younger sister here. I haven't seen her in quite some time. Sabona kunjani sis Lihle? Lihle Msimang is in the house, ladies and gents. Nkhona wena?
Hi man, it's so good to see you.
It's good to see you.
Yo, it's been 3-4 years.
I think so. I think I last saw you maybe a year before the lockdown started.
Yeah.
Massive Metro. I think you had just given birth.
Yes.
To your beautiful baby boy. How old is he now?
He's 4.
Wow. Yeah, so it's been 3-4 years. Yeah. Unjani maqinasi?
Yeah, papa. Mara, you called it. You were the one. It's your fault. When I was still pregnant, you were like, "Hello, papa."
But it's beautiful. I mean, I always love the fact that my daughter, we are papa in a positive way.
Yes.
And you know?
Yes.
If there's anything that makes me happy to be alive, is seeing my daughter turn out to be a good kid.
Yeah.
And I hope ukuthi kuqhubeka njalo.
Yeah, same here.
You know?
Same here. I'm just like, papa, but in a nice way. Like it's not le uthi manje soyatelela. It's cute. It's nice.
Yeah.
Energy is a lot.
And how has it been being a new parent over the past 4 years?
Yo, it's been amazing. Like I've learned so much I learned that I've got patience. I thought I was impatient, but I see, no, I've got patience. To wait for someone to learn how to walk, learn how to talk, learn how to be fully themselves. Like, and it took 4 years. Like that's a long time, but I did it.
Were you looking forward to having a kid, or were you one of those young people who used to be like, I mean, I don't like kids, I'll never have a kid, I don't want to have a kid, or?
I've always wanted to be a mother.
Oh, okay.
I've always, like, so when I found out, I was like, yes.
Oh,
yes,
nice.
This is my time, yes. I've always wanted, like, to me, it didn't matter how many kids I'd have, like, but mother is one thing that I've always wanted to take.
I like that.
Yeah.
And what inspires that?
I think it's my love for children. Like, I'm one of those, if I see a kid do something, I'm more likely to pay attention than an adult. Nikulile man, right, Nina. Like it's fine. Like, so when I see kids, I'm like, oh no, that's cool. And I always want to like uplift young children.
What does that mean to you? I'm hearing a lot of sisters saying, no, we don't need a Women's Day. You guys are reducing us to just, one day or just 1 month. And other people sort of break it down as to the origins of, the celebrations, or just also other women then become more vocal about the history of this country as far as women are concerned. And then it gives the younger guys a teachable moment. You know?
I understand why people say they don't need a day, because we're supposed to be celebrating each other every day. Every day should be when you wake up being grateful, being happy that you are alive, being grateful about the people around you. So I understand people saying, no, man, it can't just be a day. Because women, we need love, protection, and all of that stuff every single day. But for me, it's just a reminder of what the women of this country back then did, what they were fighting for. So that's for me what it means. Like, I am here today, namhlanje ngihleli la nawe, because of what they fought for back then. Back then, they couldn't do that. And now we're sitting here. And so for me, it's a reminder of what happened in the past, taking it with us to build a better future. That's what it is for me.
Are you happy with the equality conversation? Is it getting loud enough?
It's not loud enough, but I'm happy that it's there. Yeah, I think there should be more talks about it. There should be more action, not just talk, but there should be action in terms of if you are a CEO, checking this woman who's doing the same job as this man, are they getting paid the same? Are they getting treated the same? It's all about action now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Friends.
I grew up like that, like umole Rambogi skim sam, you know. That's why I think they always say abafana, baba closer to
To
abu
mama,
mama,
yeah.
and then the other way around.
Yeah, with the dads, yeah.
Yeah, you know. I mean, I've always been very close to my moms.
Yeah.
And I see it even nangingani. I'm very close to my daughter.
Yeah, as opposed to the mom.
Yeah, like we're more close.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful that you guys have got that relationship. And Nikula no one can.
Yes, Kula Sonke, man. It's beautiful. Like just seeing him become him is incredible.
And what are some of the things that he's taught you?
He's taught me to stay active. Cause hey, area kichima, hey, area kichima lo muntu lo, he's forever here.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be a sports something at some point. Yeah.
Lovely.
So yeah, even like I've put him in swimming classes, I've put him in soccer classes, golf, all of that stuff, so that he can pick and choose which one he wants.
And they adapt very quickly.
Yeah.
So now we took our daughter swimming classes before she even turned 1.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, because swimming babamba fast.
Yeah,
because
babamba fast,
similar
babamba
environment they were in.
Yeah,
Ngaphakathi
ngaphakathi,
esiswini.
yeah.
So she's a very good swimmer.
Yeah.
No, I get you. She's also, my daughter also loves sports. She can run. You know?
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. No, you must push that. There's not a lot of young girls in sports.
Yeah.
And with Ibanyana Banyana doing what they do,
yeah, that's true.
I'm just
That's
like,
true.
yes.
Yeah.
More little girls in sports, please.
It's
more.
so beautiful. Like we sell on weekends. She sells MOFAYA. And
That's
you know, as
amazing.
now, Umzali, you think differently now. Like when
Yeah.
you're just always thinking about the future of your kid. It's no longer more about you, you know?
Yeah.
And-
Awusayenzi nje. Awusavugi because uyavuga. There's a purpose now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're always thinking about
Yeah.
your children. I mean, I want more. Do you want any more kids? I mean, if I can have at
Angazi, eh?
least, in total, if I can have 4, I'll be the most happiest man.
I thought you were going to say 10.
Even 5. 5, I don't mind. Even 5, yeah.
I feel like there's people out there, 7,
Yeah,
8,
there's
9,
people
10,
with soccer
11.
teams, I know.
No, 4 is fine. 4 is decent.
Okay, so you do want more kids?
I don't know, eh?
Okay.
I don't know. For me, it doesn't matter. Whether there's more, there's less, that doesn't
Kuya
matter.
nguNkulunkulu
Yeah,
ibusisa kunika zona, ne?
yeah.
Now let's start with your career. You are a well-known comedian in the country. How did that come about? How did you come up to become a comedian? What is your background?
So I've always said, Mina, I grew up around comedy. Because Mama's Kula, she didn't like us watching like TV because she didn't want us seeing violence or she didn't want us seeing explicit sex or anything like that. So I grew up watching about Richard Pryor, about Bill Cosby, watching sitcoms a lot. So I think that's where the foundation of comedy came from.
And where is this? Where did you grow up?
Midlands.
Oh, Pumala,
Yeah,
Soweto.
Soweto, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, but like when you're watching things on TV, especially as a States, you don't think Zikona like South Africa. So growing up, I didn't think I'd be in entertainment to begin with. Up until I got into in matric. In matric, this guy from a school called AFTA. Afiga, Shuguti we do film, television, and what. And I was like, that's what I want to do. Then when I got to AFTA, at AFTA, I discovered stand-up comedy. And I discovered it in a very weird way. I was traveling Ekasi from Midlands going to school. And we were going to go M1, Nase Lyric Theatre.
Yeah.
There's that big billboard.
There's no, big bill. Yeah, I see the big billboards.
I saw a billboard, I got Trevor Noah. And in my head, I thought it was a theatre play because lyric theatre, Abo Lion King and all of. But I was like, why no muntai one? Like he's just standing there. I won. Usually there's the cast of the whole thing, and then I decided, you know what? I want to go watch this thing. So I asked my mom, "Utang bolegi mali," and I go watch this thing. And I got there and I was like, this guy is doing the exact same thing as about Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
The people that I grew up watching about Def Comedy Jam. And I was like, so this thing exists here in South Africa. And then after some time, a friend of mine was like, no, let's go to a comedy show. They're doing open spots. Let's go and perform. And he was like, no, if one of us gets laughs, we must stay in comedy. So he didn't get laughs, I did. And I was just talking, I was just...
What was that?
This was 2010.
Okay.
Yeah, this was 2010.
What, Lichos?
Yeah, Lichos.
Okay.
It was Cool Runnings.
Oh, Cool Runnings, the
was
old
still-
Melville.
Yes, old Melville.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
Cool Runnings was still happening. And then,
Oh, there used to be comedy nights there.
yeah, there used to be, John Flesh
Oh,
used to
there
host
used to be
those.
comedy
Yeah.
nights. I once went, I remember.
Yeah, John Christmas was
I
king
once
there.
went,
Yeah.
I remember.
So I went on, performed, then I was like, oh, okay, I did that thing hambe your graduator. Then I stopped. I just stopped. Ngabuya, end of 2011. Because I was like, no, man, that thing that I was doing last year, I really, really like it. And then from 2011, I just started performing.
What do you mean? How do you start performing? How do you say, now I'm turning it into a profession? What happened? What did you do?
So and this is not advice.
Yeah, this is what you did.
This is what I did. At the Cool Runnings show, I got to know like other comedians. So then I'd follow them because there was still things like about MySpace back then. Usakhumbula abo MySpace.
Yo. Abo, what's in? Mix it.
Mix it, yes, yeah, those things, those platforms,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'd take the comedian's name. So John Flismas, Tolas Mo, I remember he was there. Mpop Pops, he was there as well. And then I'd friend them on those platforms. Because beba post I'm performing here, I'm performing here. And then I just call the restaurant or the bar or the club or whatever and say, yo, how can I come in and perform? And then they just give me a spot.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's all I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you started out as an opening act.
Yeah, just opening act, obviously for free because they don't know you. And then after some time, they were like, oh no, we will book you.
And I don't like using that word Lihle lokuthi for free. It's never for free.
Well, yeah,
And
yeah.
I also
Yeah,
don't
true.
like when I'm giving people stuff and I'm saying it's for free. It's complimentary.
It's complimentary,
Because
yes,
there's value that I'm getting back.
Yeah.
I see when I give out cans of MOFAYA, as much as I'm giving them
Yeah.
complimentary, I'm benefiting because it's part of marketing.
Yes,
right?
yes.
As much as I'm giving to people who are appreciating that,
Yeah.
From the
Yeah.
kindness of my heart,
Yeah.
I'm giving.
'Cause it's
But
a
I'm
boo,
benefiting
yeah.
somehow,
Yeah.
yes, but
Yeah.
it's in the future.
Yeah.
So I always feel, even hustlers out there, you mustn't always feel like you must be paid for everything.
No, no,
Even
no,
till
no,
today,
no, no.
I still do a lot of gigs, DJing gigs or giving talks or even MCing.
Yeah.
And it's next to nothing. Maybe
Yeah.
they just paid for my transport. They
Yeah.
flew me over. I just did one yaga Moby Dixon in
nice.
Cape Town. He was
Yeah.
doing a digital music conference.
Nice.
Dope music conference. And I like the fact that he did it in the hood, Ekasi,
Yeah.
Gwalanga.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, it's cool. Because he also supports me. Comes when we launch Massive Metro, he would come. He comes to my interviews.
Nice.
Or he gives me a set. Sometimes
There's
I'm doing a
something in
gig. You know what I
return
mean?
that
So
always
we've got a
comes, yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
that's
it's
true.
bartering deals, right?
Yeah, no, that's true. Even now, like, I'll go to a place and say, don't pay me. I just wanna, because I wanna test material, or I wanna see what's going on, or I wanna support a friend or whatever. But like you're saying, it's planting that seed. It's an investment in a way. It's planting a seed. Izobuya later. Because even then, when I was starting out, I was performing in all these places. It's coming back later in life. Because after that show, people will say, you're good. Waza. That's you, because you planted that seed. If you don't start by doing that thing, angeke ibuye. Mawukhuluma nje, yeah, one day, angeke ibuye. You must do something for it ibuye.
I get what you're saying. And
Yeah.
we have to emphasize it. You don't always need money to get somewhere.
No.
You can use your brain, use context. And if you are willing to put in the time and call people and use social media right,
Yeah.
you can get somewhere with your
Yeah.
life,
There's a line that Kevin Hart says, and I love it. I love it. He says, everyone wants to be famous, but no one is willing to do the work. Because Ukba famous is not just waking up one day just because you shoot a video one on TikTok. Now you're going, no, you must keep putting out the content. You must keep doing the work. You must keep making sure, being there. Where there. Wherever you need to be in your line of business, in your line of work, be there. Where there.
So if you're a dancer, be with other dancers.
Yeah, be with other dancers.
Be dancing every day.
Every day.
If you're a musician, make music every day. Be with other musicians.
Be with musicians. Be in the studio every day. Find a way to perform. It doesn't matter paid or not, find a way to perform. Be there.
But when you were very brave to think, Uguti, that you can make a career out of making people laugh.
Yeah.
And you were very young.
Yeah.
How old are you when you started
I was probably
doing your first professional gigs?
20, 21.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's risky.
Yeah.
And how were they at home?
Yo, they were not easy with it. They were, fortunately they were supportive, but they were like, this thing, it feels a bit risky, it feels a bit dangerous. And for to perform ebusuku, being a woman, ebusuku, iwani. So a lot of the times I'd go to gigs with my brother. So he would be my road manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it worked out. It worked out well. I'm glad that they supported me.
What I want to know in the beginning, who managed you? Who was doing your bookings?
In the beginning, it was me. It was me, myself, and I. Up until I met a guy, his name is Ernest Nkosi. Well, he wasn't really a manager. He was just helping me out. He's a filmmaker. He was just helping me out until I get to a point where I get into a place where I can find an actual manager. But in the beginning, it was just solo dolo. It was very stressful. It was very stressful because like you have to write material, napa find out where you're performing, how much do you charge, and all of that stuff. It's very difficult if you don't have a team. Yeah.
And when did you know, like, okay, it seems like this thing is starting to work now. I'm starting to make a good living out of this.
When I bought my first car.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I bought my first car using Joke's money. And it wasn't a big car, man. It was a Citroen. But I was like, I bought it. That's when I was like, no, you know what? Let me go full steam ahead with this thing. There's something here. And just keep on pushing. That's it.
And what are some of the things that you've gone on to do?
I've done so much. I'm a regular at Blacks Only, which is incredible. I've done TV shows. There was the show here, MTV. I did Laugh Out Loud. I did Comedy Central Presents, the Comedy Savannah Bar. There's a lot.
You did radio, we're together at Massive
Yes, we were
Metro.
together at Massive Metro. There's a lot. Like it's one of those where you have to sit down and go, wow.
It can open doors and you can turn it into a business, right?
Yes, yeah.
And now you're growing. What are you up to now?
Now, speaking of business, I'm moving more into the business side of comedy. No longer being in the limelight. So now I am going into managing other upcoming comedians.
Lovely.
Doing shows, promoting them, producing them, that type of stuff.
And you've already started.
Yeah, I've already
I mean,
started.
you were telling me about one of the latest comedians you've just signed.
Yes,
You
Mbali
guys-
Kutazi.
Mbali
Mbali
Kutaza.
Kutazi.
Or
Yes.
Kutazi.
Yes, Kutazi.
Oh, how did you guys meet? What happened? How did it happen that you sort of fell in love with her?
We met when we were performing at Pretoria. So she was the open spot. And I was performing, then she went on after me. So I was closing the first half, and then she opened the second half of the show. And usually me now, when I'm like lately, since I've become a mother, I perform and I generally just want to leave. But this time around, something said, just stay and see what happens. And I'm glad that I did, because then I saw Mbali perform and I was like, who is this? Like, she was incredible. It was one of those where the show was great, but she was bigger man of the match type of thing. Like, she was incredible. And then we started chatting. Then I saw her again doing the Johannesburg International Comedy Festival. And then I wasn't performing. I was more helping, like, with the behind the scenes with the guy who runs it, called Takunda Bima.
Yeah.
So Takunda, everyone told him, book Mbali. Even I was like, get Mbali. And he was uneasy at first, but he was like, no, I trust the people around me. So he booked her. 3 standing ovations in her set.
Wow.
Like, it was something else.
Mbali Kutazi.
Yeah, it was something else.
With a G, ne
Yeah.
Kutazi.
Kutazi, yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, she went off, and when she went off, people were like, where are you going? We want more. And she was like, no, it's my time. I only have 10 minutes. I can't perform any longer than that. And then from there, I asked her, I was like, who manages you? Naya, same thing, that she doesn't have anyone. It's hard. trying to get bookings and whatever. And then that's when I told her that, no, I'm actually now transitioning to behind the scenes. Let's do this. And then she gave me a trial run. So in the trial run, I was like, okay, let's start a show. Then we went to Cape Town and organized the show, got a few ladies from Cape Town to perform with us. But my aim was to expose her to that crowd.
Audience, yeah.
Once again, when we got there, like, it was one of those where I was like, I can't believe what I'm watching. This is just magic unfolding. And yeah, now we working together, we're pushing. Tomorrow we're going to, when is this happening? When
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Okay, in a few days' time. We'll be.
But it's happening now, Women's Month. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll be traveling to Lihle together to perform, and it's just me just showing her wherever I am. I want to bring her to open so that people can see her.
That's incredible, man. Yeah. I've always heard comedians say they write jokes. How do you write a joke?
Yeah, it depends on the type of comedian you are. So, Mina, because I tell stories, I write it the same way you'd write a script for TV or whatever. You write, okay, do this, then that, then say this, then perform it like that, and all of that stuff. Other people, like Uskumba, he just writes bullet points. Just like, kuluma ngale, and that's it.
Yeah. Because sometimes you can freestyle. Are you also one of those comedians that can also freestyle, looking at somebody in the crowd and you can come up with stuff?
Yeah, I can. I think with comedy, after some time, that just happens naturally.
Yeah.
Because you bump into many different situations, man, where sometimes the audience imamele and you don't have to freestyle. Other times, guna lo ofunu by comedian yena. So you have to kind of put them in their place.
Discipline.
Respectfully so, but show them good to know this is why I'm doing this, and this is why you must just be audience. You are doing well as an audience member. So after some time as a comedian, it just happens. It's
a beautiful thing, though, to see people turn it into jokes. When my career first started out, I used to be at YFM, and I used to host a lot of, I wouldn't say comedians, like Abo Vista, but Squaran.
Oh,
you know, Nabos for us, Squaran, and the person that started that culture at YFM was the late great Kabzela. May soul rest in peace.
Man.
Some of you guys from Soweto, you're from Soweto.
Yes.
You were young, but you would know the name Kabzela.
I know Kabzela. We loved Kabzela.
Oh, you know Kabzela?
We loved Kabzela growing up, man.
For me, I always say Kabzela was a pioneer because he brought Tsotsita onto mainstream, and he also sort of commercialized comedy because he made Ukwarana to be accepted on radio. Yeah. Because before you had never heard Ukwarana on radio, you know?
Or it's Otital, like everyone was...
Or it's Otital, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's what I loved about what he did. And when I started seeing people become career comedians out of just telling jokes, I remember at the time about David Kau, Abo Kagiso Lidiga, Abo Roni Mudumola, they were starting Pure Monati.
Yes,
the Pure Monati show. Yes. Which then that family tree has become, I would say, an entire comedy industry in South Africa. Yeah. It became blacks only. Yeah. It became, you know what I mean? Like an entire comedy industry. Because before, you wouldn't find people filling up a hall or a venue.
Telling jokes.
For jokes. People would just come for music.
Yeah.
Or they'd come for movies or, or motivational speakers, conferences.
Not for telling jokes, but after that era, that's when people were like, okay, no, let's go and listen to this person.
Yes. And now I see it has even grown even bigger. And there's new kids that are killing it.
Even bigger. And now we were having a conversation. We were saying that comedy now has become proper like music, because music has different genres. Same as comedy. There's the guy who does stand-up. There's the one who acts. There's the one who does sketch. There's the one who's on social media. There's the one who writes.
There's the one who does skits.
Yes, all of that stuff. So now things are branching out. It's no longer just one form throughout.
And that's an incredible thing. And I'm glad that you're a young woman who's now seeing an opportunity to help other younger comedians, but at the same time, you're seeing a business opportunity to build a business for yourself.
Yes.
What would you like to achieve?
I'd like to, for it to grow, like I'm saying, like how a music stable would grow, but in a comedy label. So producing comedy specials that would be seen on things like Netflix, Showmax, and things like that. Producing comedy shows, sitcoms, that type of thing, so that we have our own platform as comedians where people can go, no, mina mangifuna ukuhleka, ngiyala.
Yes.
As opposed to like how it is now, where we are being filtered in with everyone else, which is not a bad thing. It's a great thing, because now we are able to expand. But there's still that thing, yokuthi ngiyaphi mangifuna ukuhleka. You know where to go when you want to listen to music. You know where to go when you want to listen to amapiano. There's a place where you go ngiyala. So if I could grow it to a point where people can go, this is the platform I go to laugh, where I can watch comedy specials, can watch comedy sitcoms and comedy shows, movies and stuff like that. Yeah.
Favorite comics?
Yo, that's a tough question.
Is it tough?
Yeah, it's tough, man.
Jeez, I know who I like comics.
Yeah.
Oh, but maybe because you are in it. Right?
Yeah, that's why.
But it shouldn't be tough though.
It is tough because...
Okay, let's say international.
Okay, international. Wanda Sykes, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish.
Do you find Kevin Hart funny?
It's
Even Tiffany Haddish. For some reason, I like both of them. And I admire how they've succeeded with their lives. They're very inspiring individuals. But for some reason, Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart don't make me laugh.
It's not about the funny with them. It's about, like you're saying, the hard
hustle.
work.
Oh,
yes.
you admire the hustle.
I
Yeah,
admire
same here.
yes.
Same
I
here.
admire their hard work. But when it comes to funny, Wanda Sykes, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle.
Chris Rock. Consistent.
I know.
Through and through.
Yeah, I know.
Till today, as
Yeah,
I
I
told him,
know.
sure.
And he makes a joke about that. That's amazing.
It's
It's
amazing.
incredible.
And of course, Dave Chappelle.
Yeah,
come on. It doesn't get better.
I mean,
But how
both.
dope is it that Trevor has pushed a career that is in those circles and he's now a global...
He's a global
Well-
sensation.
Oh, man.
Like, and
What does it do to you guys here at home in the comedy industry in terms of inspiration?
yes, it tells you that there is no roof. There is no limit. You can go there. It doesn't matter. Don't think mina ngumuntu waselokishini ngizophelela like lokishini. No. Elokishini ngaphandle kwelokishi kunama-suburb. Ngaphandle kwama-suburb there's a city, there's a whole country, there's the world. It shows that you can go there. Wherever it is, whatever you want, you can go there.
It's so doable. I've also been seeing Loyiso Kola has been doing incredibly in Europe as well.
Oh no, he dominates the Apollo. That because the Apollo is a how do I put it? It's the blacks only as a Europe,
Oh, is it?
and he dominates it. Like he's a favorite there. Ukola can fill up any UK spot, be it an arena or a club. He can just go there and just say, guys, I'm performing, and people will come. He's doing amazing.
It's beautiful though that South Africans are on that level.
Yeah.
And I kind of feel it's not only just in one sector now.
Yeah,
It's
no,
everywhere.
it's everywhere. It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
It's not only just acting or comedy or music.
Yeah.
It's like everywhere.
What I like is that we are coming to our own as South Africans. We are realizing that no, we've got something special. Because it's not you've traveled, you've seen this. That in South Africa, because of our diversity in the country, we can conquer anything. We can.
And the supply, and I don't even think I always say this on this show. I see aware the way supply
It's blind. Like people don't understand. People don't understand. With comedians, I always say to comedians, you guys don't realize that when you're performing to a South African audience, already there's so much diversity there.
Yes, and it's not easy.
It's not easy. The fact that you are here getting 3-4 standing ovations with, firstly, different races. Let's start there. Then, now, let's say it's just a bunch of black people. Ukhuluma nomZulu, nomSotho, nomTswana. You're talking to already the audience in its race is diverse. That means you can get challenged with anything. outside, Americans only have to deal with Americans. You don't have to deal.
And it's just one language.
And it's just
né?
one language, yeah. Tina, here you are breaking through barriers and barriers of language, culture, beliefs, and all of that stuff. And you're still making people laugh. Umuntu ongafani now at all. You know for a fact, akafani now. At all. You're still making them laugh. Go internationally, you'll see how incredible we are.
And we are so amazing. And the growth of comedy in the country is so impressive that there is now just that Zulu comedy space.
Yes.
Where people are, where venues are getting full. There is that petty comedy space where Abo Mashabela and them are killing it. Where venues are always full.
Yeah.
Full. Then you've got Abo Skumba filling up venues with that Totital anywhere.
It's
just beautiful to watch.
It's amazing. And all it takes is for us to go, no man, that's a blind. Blind, that's all it is. Just believe it and then continue.
And then what is oh sorry, I actually asked you said it was unosisimbali. Did I ask you about others or kwamanje usesebenza unosisimbali kuphela?
Okwamanje umbali.
Okay.
Now. Yeah. And
okay,
then
uzokhula naye.
Yeah.
Ngiyakuthola.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I also wanted to ask about do you still wanna go do radio again?
I'd love to, but it just needs to change, man. We were talking earlier, like radio is still too stagnant. It's still too, I don't know, it needs to shake up a little bit. Then if it shakes up a little bit, then I'll go back.
Maybe podcasting? I haven't seen you podcast.
I'll produce a very, very hot podcast for you.
Produce. Yeah. Okay.
I'll produce.
Why produce instead of being on the mic?
It's a good question. I think it's because, like I'm saying, I want to create things now where I push other people. And that's why I want to go into the producing stage, where I'm seeing a talent and I go, guys, you guys need to know who this person is, and then push them. Yeah.
Oh, so you want to be less and less on the mic and the camera?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why though?
It's just
it's interesting. I always want to hear why people make that decision. You know, I was speaking to a guy I came up with. He was one of the guys who was very instrumental in giving me a chance at YFM. His name is Paul Mnisi.
Oh, and I've heard
he was a Root Boy Paul.
Yeah.
And I was asking him the other day, why did you decide to just, sort of fizzle out of the limelight? Because other people are intentional about it.
Yeah.
I don't want the limelight anymore. And he was one of those. He intentionally phased himself out of it. Yeah.
I think it's I've seen what it can do. I've seen what I can do, and now I'm saying I'm living a purposeful life now, because before it was let's go have fun and whatever, but now I'm like, what am I doing this for? Gashi. I wasn't doing it for me. I was doing it for the industry vele. So now I'm like, okay, no, since I'm doing it for the industry, why am I shining me one? Let me push people and let the industry grow. So that's, it's just changing purpose.
I get
it.
you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's not easy in the beginning to make money, no?
No. Definitely not. But what is easy to make money? Mausakala. Nothing's easy, Mausakala. Even if you're a billionaire, like starting something new, it's never easy. But you just need the time, the patience, and the faith, man.
But you would encourage your boy to get into comedy?
Yeah, ne? It's one of those where, when Casper says, I don't want my son doing hip hop.
Oh, I've never heard him say that.
Yeah,
okay.
he always says that. And I understand why. For me, if he wants to do comedy, he can do comedy. I mean, I want him to do what he would ideally like to do. If I could, I'd stop him, because this thing is not easy. It's not easy. Like, coming up with the jokes, being consistent, and also with comedy, it's not like acting, because if you're in a bad movie, they criticize the movie. If you do a bad joke, they criticize you. So I worry, will he be strong enough? Does he have the thick skin for it? Because we are Kenya, and it goes to you. It doesn't go to product overall. And just there's a possibility of failure and all of that stuff. So it's just that thing, just being a mama bear trying to protect him. But if he wants to do it, he wants to do it.
No, I
I'll
get you. It
support
comes from that motherly love.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that you're already in it, it'll probably be easier for him.
Probably. Yeah.
Because the mother already understands.
Yeah.
And the mother is already playing a motherly role to other comedians.
To other comedians,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
true. Yeah.
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 Ever thought of acting?
Acting, I've done before. I was bad. I was. Actor kuzabalaza for like a little bit. Yeah.
Oh wow,
For
I
like a
never saw
little
it.
bit.
Okay.
I know. Like, even I was like, you know when you're supposed to learn your lines. Because as a comedian, we write jokes. But sometimes you get on stage and you go, let me not say danger. Let me rather say kunzwem, and then it just works out. But a script is a script. As a writer myself, you change my script, there's problems. We wrote it a certain way, and that word connects to this, and that connects to this. If you change it, then that doesn't make sense. Then there I was changing people's lives. I remember Shomla was the director. Shomla Tanda.
Yeah, bro, Shomla, sure. Big up to Shomla. I saw him on a beautiful movie on Netflix recently.
Oh yeah, that is amazing.
Yeah, Justice something. Yeah.
I don't know, what is it called?
It's in Kilibet, but I don't know. I'll remember.
No, that, yeah.
Actually, no. I have to. I cannot not say it properly. I have to say it properly, seeing
what
that
is it called?
we're already saying it on camera. It's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Justice Served, right?
Yes,
Justice Served. Yeah. Did you watch it? Plus, it's your name, Justice. Justice
oh,
Served.
that's why you remember.
Yeah, it is Justice Served. Let me also just give the other actors credit. Justice Served. There's Abu. Oh, guys, where is this thing now? There's Palant Dladla as well. Abu Alex McGregor. There's Diset Otoka. Tabobu Pape. Yo. Bobo Kang Pelane. It's a big South African cast. Bole Ratom Velase.
Yeah, I know.
It's always nice to see those. And just like when I first saw I got the late great Meso, rest in peace, Prashona. What was it called, Gonja, the first one?
Kings of Joburg.
Kings of Joburg.
Yeah.
I was so impressed though.
Yeah, that thing.
I was like, no, the guys are doing
They're
good
doing
work.
the things.
And then I watched this, and I also watched like Usis Bus and I got to go see me. So rest in peace. She was on City Sesla. How to ruin Christmas. That was dope as well.
Amazing.
Like South African productions are becoming something else,
Like I'm saying, man, we are international level. We really are. Everywhere. We're killing it.
Yeah, I agree.
We are killing it.
There's a dance one as well. I forgot what it is.
Konje yini?
Jiva. That was
yes,
dope as well, bro.
yes.
Jiva was nice.
One of the ladies there is also a comedian now, Stella Dlangalala.
Oh, is Stella
she's
Dlangalala a
hilarious.
comedian? Okay.
Yes, she's
I don't know.
hilarious. Siv Ngesi as well.
Yeah, Siv is
he's
dope.
funny. Yes,
Siv, the other day I saw him in some kwaikwais.
Hey,
Achakatula go stripper pole. Siv, I've never interviewed you, bro. It would be really dope to sit down and have a chat. You are brave, bro. Then that time, umenga makwaikwai, ne?
And ikwaikwai lakhona ingaka.
Upik Zulu ngimfuna la. That time was it's brave. But I guess that's a part of being in the entertainment industry.
Bravery.
We mustn't forget to have fun and entertain people.
Yes, that's
But as
true.
much as we mustn't forget also that it's the entertainment business. Right?
Yes. You must live off of it.
Yeah.
Live off of your passion. Don't, man. Like it hurts me when I see super talented people who don't have money to do what they, like whatever, like buy a house, get a car, feed themselves. Like it's that thing.
And they can
breaks
turn
my
their
heart.
talent into career.
Yeah, and that's it. You can turn your talent into a career. But I guess it's one of those where sometimes you do need that help. And I don't even know.
Before you go, actually, some of the most important things in this career that we're in. Do you have a lawyer? Do you have an accountant? And how have you been able to work with them as a professional comedian? I'm saying these for those that are interested in the art.
Yes. Lawyer, accountant, absolutely.
And then what, manager? So you had a manager
Yes,
also,
I had
no?
a manager,
Okay.
an accountant, lawyer, all of that. It's very important. Because banokuthumela ama-contract, ubona in perpetuity. In perpetuity, yo, guys, be careful of in perpetuity. Because it means forever and ever, kodom, amen. Like, so, yeah, that is important. Even if you don't have, like, a specific lawyer where you go to that person, just seeking legal advice. There's so many legal advice services out there that are not even expensive, where you can just go, hlale nomuntu, consult, and ngicela ungifundele this thing. And a lot of artists don't know you have the right to say, ngicela ukuyithatha le contract, read it, and get back to you. You have the right to say, no, I don't agree with this one. If they kick you out of the thing, they kick you out of the thing. It means vele bebafuna exploiter. People who don't want to exploit you will go, oh, okay, renegotiate and rewrite a new contract and then take it from there. Accountant, very important. If you don't have an accountant, there's so many bookkeeping apps that you can, like there's Sage, there's it's pronounced zero, but we bala as Xero, Xero.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, Lapo, that's a software you can just attach banking account yako, and you see all the money that's coming in, coming out, so that you know, for example, how much to pay tax. Do you need to pay tax? All of that stuff. It's very important because we live off of every paycheck. It's not asna salary phela ngithi thina. In any money that comes in, leo my leo, you must find a way to stretch it out.
And especially if you do get some imali hlakaniphile.
Yeah.
Because there are those jobs where you get like a good chunk of money.
Paycheck, and then you think, I know I've made it, and then next gig is not. What happens there? So I was fortunate because my mom was an accountant before she passed away.
I'm sorry.
It was a long time ago. Thank you. So she was the one that would help me out with books and stuff like that. She was the one that advised me to get a business account. Even if I hadn't registered a business then, but she advised me to get a business account, and then zonke le imali, lonke la mathura ndangenayo from amagig and put it in that account. And then at the end of the month, ask myself, how much do I need to survive for the month? And just pay myself an allowance. So that's how I'd always survive.
Well done. That's incredible.
Yeah.
And if I'm a young comedian right now, I know you came up when social media was still new.
Yeah.
Social media is blown up
Yeah.
now. What are some of the advices that you can have for other younger comedians in terms of coming up, some of the tools they should use? Or I know there isn't one way on how one comes up in this game.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, some of the advices that you can share.
Use social media. It's your friend. Social media is important, guys. Get all the accounts. That's my advice. Get all the accounts. If social media get it. You'll never know where it might go. Record content. I understand that you don't want to put out material out there for people to see on social media because people must buy tickets to come see you, right? But whatever you can to show people that, no, guys, when you come to my show, this is what you can expect. Be it a straight-to-camera video of you talking about what happened in the day in a funny way, or straight-to-camera video about who said what, or just like a snippet of your performance, that definitely do. But always, always, always be on social media. Write your material. Write. Find your voice through writing. Perform as much as you can. Doesn't matter if it's paid or not. Perform as much as you can, because the idea, I don't know if you've noticed, the idea can be great here, and then we deliver.
In action, go
different. And then we deliver, and then people go, smooth.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, yazi kahle.
And global ones into like me now, DJ. I DJ almost every day in Lingwam.
Yeah.
That's oiling your skill.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just hone your skill.
Yeah, just hone your skill.
So it's exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Sometimes no mabanga batali, but just perform.
Just perform. Because also another thing is, asna CV, as fan nomuntu engineer, ongafika nje at any firm at no ngengasebenza la. Asna CV. CV yako is your performance.
You're only as good as your
last performance. Yeah. CV yako is your performance. So if I don't see ukuthi wenzeni in your last performance, how do I know ukuthi ngikubuke or not? You know, it's things like. But social media has made so much things so much more accessible and easier. Nowadays, when people say, "Asifuna ukubuka DJ Sbu for something," if angimazi mina DJ Sbu, ngizovula ifoni, uthi ubani? U@bani? Oh no, okay. Oh no, he mixes well. Okay, no, I know. Let's go for it. That's what they do. They don't really check followers. They just check, are you good? Are you doing what you're doing? You see via. So yeah, use social media as much as you can, especially TikTok.
Sure. TikTok's algorithms are crazy.
Yes,
it grows quick.
TikTok.
It's beautiful because it doesn't favor only famous people.
Yeah.
TikTok is there for anyone with
everyone.
good content.
That's it.
And it grows quick.
And it's worldwide. Like people who do TikToks get shout outs from Sweden. Shout out from Sweden. South Africa. Shout out from Sweden. Shout out from wherever. It's incredible.
I mean, I was seeing that TikTok boy now, the one who always.
Yeah,
yesterday I saw him with Idris Elba.
Yeah.
He's filming videos now with Idris Elba. And he's now apparently a $1 millionaire.
Yes.
Just out of TikTok.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That guy, he even has a video with Konjubanlo, the soccer player. Zlatavic. Chubani.
Oh no, I haven't seen it. Okay.
Yes, but yeah, he's
blowing up. He's doing really good work. Why?
Up.
Because of TikTok.
Because of TikTok. I get you. Yeah.
So that's ways and how people can get themselves out there. But there's also obviously other ways.
Yeah, no, there's other ways. But the most important thing for a comedian, jokes, write, perform. That's it. And make sure that you're always funny. Make sure.
How do you know that though?
That's the thing. You don't know until you do it.
Do you practice the jokes around your friends, or how do you know?
I mean, I've come to.
And how do you know if certain jokes are going to work?
I mean, I've come to a point where I know my style.
Okay.
Because I've been doing it for so long, I know my style. I know. Okay, mangayisa la. This is likely the reaction I'll get. If I say it this way, this is likely the reaction. But na la I'm guessing. I still have to perform. So haven't been doing it for like so many years. I still have to go perform it, then go, oh no, actually, no, let's try it this way. Let's try it this way until you perfect it, until ibe sharp. Only then can you have a comedy special where it's you on your own performing to an audience.
Yeah. Okay. Let me go to this one. You escaped. Actually, you ran away from this answer. I'm taking you back to it. I asked you about favorite comics. We spoke internationally. You ran away from telling me about local names. I want to know.
Local. Ish, man. It's difficult.
Apart from you.
Baning, man. Celeste is doing amazing.
Celeste is too dope.
No, Celeste, yeah, no. Yeah.
Okay, Celeste.
Robbie Collins.
Robbie Collins, no. I think I've heard of the name, but no.
Yo, he's
Robbie Collins.
Yo, that guy is amazing. That guy, I always say he does vulnerable comedy.
From Joburg?
No, it's from Durban originally.
Okay.
But yeah, he lives here in Joburg.
Oh, I know Robbie Collins. Come
Collins,
on. How can I not? How come I didn't follow Robbie?
No, Robbie is incredible.
Yeah, Robbie's. I'm already laughing just by looking at his face.
Pops.
Yeah, Pops is consistent.
Is great.
Pops is very consistent.
Ishman, yabona manje. Who else? Baningi. Baningi.
Man.
Mashabela, yes. Mashabela, no.
Skumba is also
Skumba is amazing. Who else? Mojack Luhuku. I don't know.
Mojack. No,
yes.
How can I not know Mojack? I was actually just looking at him now. I'm like, I should have mentioned his name. I'm glad you did.
Mojack Luhuku.
Mojack.
Yes.
That's my guy. Mo, I haven't seen you in a while, bro. It's been quite a minute. Yeah.
Who else? Oh, there's this incredible young lady, Lindy Johnson.
Okay, no, I don't know.
No, yeah, she's slightly up and coming.
Okay.
Oh, she's doing amazing things now.
That's dope.
Ah, no,
man.
she's
I'm
doing
glad you're
amazing
looking at the
things.
up and coming guys also.
Yeah, no, like they are. What I like about them is that they're fearless.
Yeah.
They're fearless. They just like, no, we're gonna go for it.
And you can't skip Mbali, of course.
Obvious.
Mbali Kutas.
Obvious. No, she's something else.
Guys, go check her out. Follow her social media platforms. Mbali Kutas.
Yes.
And then before you go, we also ask our guests to recommend some books. I don't know. Do you read?
I read, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Currently, ironically, I'm reading a book by Gabriel Union. We're gonna need something stronger. Because I read her first book.
I think she did a book with her. Oh, no. Oh, you mean Gaby Union, not Megan Good.
No,
Sorry.
not Megan
Because
Good.
Megan Good did that other one, no, Pastor Wake. The
Yeah.
Tamasasha Tila, no?
Naskata Sasha Tile.
Shame. Oh, yeah, you were saying,
Okay,
those are beautiful sisters. Those ones have been aging like fine
Yo,
wine.
I know those
Yo,
ones. They don't.
Gaby
they
Union
don't.
and Megan Good, yo. They're like Halle Berry. She's in her 50s, but she's still
Yeah,
hot
mara,
even now.
hey.
I was checking no
looks like-
Coke Lorna, no Coke J-Lo. I'm like, Coke J-Lo
Okay,
says a hot
J-Lo says a hot
guy.
kanje.
Yo,
Since like she's been like that since the 90s.
imagine, Joe.
It's amazing.
I think ukuyiphatha kahle, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
And
Yeah.
also nabathi abantu imali yamgeza umuntu.
yeah, yeah. No, they're incredible. Oh yes, I was saying I was reading because I read We're Gonna Need More Wine by Gabriel Union.
Yes.
So now she released a new book saying we're gonna need something stronger.
Okay.
Yes,
Should
yeah.
wine is not strong
so
enough.
It's not strong enough. And like, just, I love how you get to go into the mind of the author. Magapane. I don't really like autobiographies, but for some reason I was like, no, let me read her book. I'm the type of person, I read novels. I like Chimanda Ngozi.
Yeah.
I like what's that lady's name? I can't.
Nice.
I
Yeah.
can't.
Books is important because our audiences are always strict with us. They're always like, yo, Sbu, why did you forget
Why
to
would
ask
you
that
forget
guest?
such a
3
book?
books. We needed 3 books, man.
It's called The Vanishing Half. By Britt Bennett.
Okay.
This one, Vanishing Half, is about it's dated. It's a dated book. It's about back in the day, apartheid, slavery, and all of that. These 2 girls, they pretend to be white. 2 black girls, but they're so light that they pretend to be white. And then they go and infiltrate this other city to try and bring it down, full of white people, to try and bring it down and free the slaves from.
Interesting.
From
Okay.
that, yeah. It's a fiction, but like it's a great read.
Yeah.
It's a great read. Yeah.
No, that's incredible, man. And then lastly, you said you said 3. Give me another 3rd one.
I said Gabriel Union, Vanishing Half. Have you read Purple Hibiscus?
Purple Hibiscus. No, I haven't. What is it
African,
about?
It's an African author.
Okay. It's an African story as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me see.
Am I saying it right?
I'm gonna check it out. Okay, let's see. Sinabanye, sifuna ukufunda. We always wanna be
purple.
better, man. Purple.
Hibiscus.
Purple.
Chimamanda Ngozi.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah. She's incredible.
Chimamanda is amazing. I didn't know this book. Okay. Thank you very much for recommending these. I appreciate it. I'm gonna check this one out as well.
No, you must.
Yeah, because I'm a fan of her work. And this one is old, eh?
Yeah, it's old.
2003. How come I didn't know about it?
I think it's one of her first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this one
Yeah.
out.
Because when I started reading some of her books, I was like, what was the first one?
Yeah,
I went.
She's been writing.
She's been writing.
You know, I thought I put in work. I started working with one of my co-hosts, Penuel. We do the Monday show called Virtual Mkuku. He's written over 10 books. He's written, I think, 12 or 13, something
Are you
like
serious?
that. Yeah. I'm only on my 3rd book. I'm only writing my 4th. He's already on his 13th, 12th or 13th
Yeah.
book. That's work, né?
Yeah, that's work.
And I like that. I like people who put in bodies of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially work like that is going to mature with time.
With time, yes.
Yeah, because
Yes.
even 50 years from today,
can
anything
pick
that
that
you've
book
written
up,
down
yeah.
will forever be existing, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's incredible.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah.
Yo.
Have you ever thought of writing?
I do want to write a book because I write scripts, but I do want to write a book. It's just, what does it take to write a book?
Already that, just writing.
That's it?
Just writing. You don't even have to come up with a format. Just write.
Really?
Yeah, just write. Just keep writing, even if it's like it feels not organized. It feels there's no structure. Like ngata makoporosh. Just write.
Just keep writing.
Yeah, the same way you'd put up a post daily. Tomorrow I want to put up a post like this. Monday I want to put up an inspirational post. The other day maybe on a Sunday I want to put in a spiritual post or a you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With books is the same. You can decide and say, I want to do 15 chapters, or I want to do 12, or I want to do 8, or I want to do 10. And then the first one I want it to be maybe about my life, or the first one I wanted to, you know what I mean? You decide.
I was overthinking.
But don't overthink things. Yes, that's what I wanted to say. Don't overthink it. Just write.
I'm used to writing scripts. So you go, what's the character? What's the arc? What's the story? So I think I was overthinking it. Okay.
And also, I think people's styles of writing are different.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm one of those people who just write. I write. Actually, this is 3 chapters. You know, because sometimes I don't even.
Yeah, you don't even break it down.
I just write. Go bang in cool in
Yeah.
the end. But what's nice is that when you feel what you've been writing the past 9 months,
and then
you're gonna go back and start. Yeah, this becomes chapter 1, and then you rearrange.
Yeah.
You know, and then that's when you consult other people to come and assist.
And
they proofread it, they edit, etc., etc. It's not like you're gonna do the whole thing alone.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And some other people, if you are lazy to write, you can hire
someone to write for you and just say
somebody who can transcribe what you're telling them, and they put it on paper. But they'll need to spend some time with you, and they'll need to be some sort of a professional, so they sort of understand also your tone and how they can, you know.
Yeah.
But because abantu abamnyama khona amanye amagama that we are so strict with, sometimes ufuna kube uwopalayo nange-spelling zakho, you know. Yeah. So just write.
Nah, I think I was overthinking it. Yeah.
The next interview we meet, I'm gonna be mad at you if you're gonna tell me akaqala ukuyibhala. Or akaqedi. Kumele uyiqede. Ibhala uyiqede. Yes.
Okay, no.
Actually, nami because I'm gonna hold myself into account because khona enye thing ayiqala nge-lockdown angakayiqedi. I'm still stuck on chapter 4, and that's not good, which is my 4th book. I need to finish it and put it out, you know? And there's also a music album that I've been working on, and I'm not done. And I hate that. I hate being that person.
Yeah,
I like finishing
like finishing things. I can't ngivele ngiye. Ngizongiphatha kabi the whole time. It's just like kunalento le ehleli la. Engasuki.
And usahlelele kuleyo msebenzi loyo. It's like get it done with. Move on to the next.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If it does well, does well. Doesn't.
Yeah, and it's not even about it doing well.
Yeah, it
just
matter.
the fact that you've done
I've done it, and that's it.
Yeah, because that's what it's about. Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
No, congratulations. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And thank you once again for ukuzohlala nami. I'm glad that we've chopped it up. We have not spoken in quite some time, and I'm so impressed by you. You've grown.
Thank you. Thank you. Man.
Motherhood has just made you an amazing person.
You're
becoming somebody, some amazing person. Yeah.
Thank you so much, man.
Yeah, uqhubeka uziphathe kahle, you know.
No, uyang-inspire yabona. No, bengilongizihaka vele.
Oh, okay. That's dope, man. Maybe lastly, what would you like to say to like my little girl? She loves you, you know.
Really?
Like younger girls out there, yes, teens. Speak to our young sisters out there too.
Listen, dear young child, young girl, you are worthy. Wake up every day and say it. If you don't believe it currently, it's fine. Say it until you believe it. You are worthy. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter where you'd like to be. It doesn't matter what others say about you. You are worthy. And that's it. That's all you need to remember. Even if you write it on the mirror, okay, it's gonna look like it's gonna look different. It's gonna look upside down, but it's fine. You buy less still. Write it every day when you wake up. Look at it. You are worthy, and that's it.
I like that. That is so beautiful. So you're already affirming your child?
Yeah.
Are you teaching him affirmations?
No, every time.
My daughter njalo. I'm great, I'm amazing, I'm talented, I'm beautiful.
No,
I'm
every
smart.
time.
Yeah.
Every time I tell him. And he always wakes up, I'm a winner. Yes, you are a winner.
Yes.
You are a winner.
I like that.
Even when he does something and then I flop, I always tell him, you're still a winner in this thing.
Yes.
Because if you weren't a winner, you were not going to flop. It's not a flop. It's not a fail. It's a learn.
Mm.
You don't fail. You learn. It's because there's something that you didn't do. You need to learn how to do it. That's why it was a drop. But now that you know that this thing exists, you've learned from it, you can move forward and keep on winning.
I like that. I just did a daddy and daughter cook-off day at my daughter's school last week, Saturday. And we did a great job. So they judge you guys on presentation. They judge you on the type of food that you've cooked, the type of presentation, the type of how your stall looks like, and just the attitude of the student, you know. So she goes to a girls' school. And obviously there's assholes in. So we thought she was going to win, or she was going to win the top 3. Or she didn't win. She didn't even get on the top 3. But she's one of those people that won some prizes, Nyana. She won some spices. But let me tell you about what I like, the fact that she didn't win. I also don't want, as much as your daughter or your child can be good in something, and Mhlambe back good, my daughter performs in class. She's always kicking people's behind. She's always number 1. You know? But I also don't want that thing yokuthi umuntu ngathi uhlala wina njalo, you know. That's why ngeke ngachazeka this time mazange siwina.
You're like, yeah, no, right.
Mina beka disappointed. Ngenhliziyo ngithi no, baby, you're still a winner. Good. Because sometimes mele understand so that azoyivaluisha.
Yes.
You know that winning moment.
Because when you keep getting it,
you end up, you know. Uyangithola ne?
Anyway.
You know what I mean?
Then we appreciate
arrogance. So effort. So I mean, I also love the losses. They humble you. It's good because then they make you want to be better.
They make you want to be better. Because if we as no manghambe kanje ngachika la bekune pothole angeke usafika you won't uzorounder every day uzorounder until leyo round leyo ingasasebenzi uzohamba ngenye indlela okusala at the end of the day where you are going uzofika
okusala uzofika lapho uyakhona mntaniseka utlofihla moyang siyanithanda esharalegrata guys whatever. We do know there's a scourge in the country. We do know about the gender-based violence issues, and we acknowledge that. And not all men are trash. There's some of us that really care about you guys, that value you guys, that appreciate you guys, that respect you guys, that love you guys. And I love you, my sister. Thank you.
Thank you. I love you too.
Thank you, Nyabo.
This is the Hustler's Corner.